Hello! Welcome to Wheel Talk. I'm Recappa Sedai. Today we're going to talk about the Eye of the World, Chapter 17, Watchers and Hunters. In this chapter, Moiraine is awesome and the White Cloak suck. What else is new? Thanks to the support of our new Patreon members, starting today, we're adding Tom and Lan. Yes, we're probably gonna end up going with a longer wig for Lan, but this works for now. Don't worry about it. Each time we hit a Patreon goal, I will add a new item to Wheel Talk's inventory. Enough of this! On to the chapter. So, spoiler-free recap. Rand is shook after talking to Nynaeve, so he goes to the common room to unwind. Tom is standing on a table telling the great hunt of the Horn. Rand takes a seat next to Mat and Perrin. Since the day of her birth has the Dark One marked Blythe as his own, but not of this mind is she, no dark friend, Blythe of Matuchin, ready to die before she yields. But hark! Echoing from the towers of the city, Rogosh Eagle-Eye comes! This is the great hunt, people! Ha ha ha! You love it! Everyone loves it. Eventually, Tom wraps up his storytelling and starts playing the flute. Two other musicians join him, and everyone in the room is clapping and singing along. They clear tables to make room for dancing, and Rand joins in. They're doing this dance where you keep switching partners with the men and women facing each other in two lines. Everyone's having a great time, except for this grumpy dude by the fireplace. He's scowling. He has a big scar slashed across his face, and Rand's like, is he giving me a dirty look, or is that just his face? Then Nynaeve dances into Rand's arms, and Rand forgets all about grumpy scar dude. He's tripping over himself, totally flustered, and Nynaeve's like, I thought you were a better dancer. How embarrassing for you. They change partners again, and Rand finds himself dancing with Moiraine. He's an even bigger klutz dancing with the Aes Sedai. Moiraine is like, how embarrassing for you. Rand and Perrin take a break from dancing, and Perrin spills the tea. He's like, did you see Nynaeve dancing? That was crazy. Yeah, and get this, I danced with Moiraine. Get out! Eventually, things wind down and Lan gathers everyone up. He says, we have to make an early start. Mat says, this dude with a scar has been staring at me. Oh my god, me too. Yeah, he's a spy for the White Cloaks, just a garbage person. Don't worry about him. They leave the common room and Lan says, there's something wrong tonight. Don't wander far. Everyone goes off to their rooms feeling totally bummed out, and Rand is left alone in the hall. Rand gets a mug of milk from the kitchen, and when he steps back into the hall, he sees a dark figure coming toward him. You are one of them. Where are the others? Speak, boy, and I will let you live. They hear footsteps overhead. The Myrddraal draws its sword, and Rand knows he's gonna die. But the Fade says, you belong to the great lord of the dark. You are his. Later. And the Myrddraal just runs away. Lan shows up. Rand's like, Fade, that way. No time to pursue it. We're leaving, Sheepherder. Lan rounds everyone up. Moiraine is saying to Master Fitch, you will have trouble here by morning. When it comes, quickly make it clear that we are gone. They should bother you no further. But Master Fitch won't listen. He's like, I can handle myself. And they will not hear a word about where you've gone or when. Master Fitch leaves to prepare the horses, and Moiraine's like, Everyone goes to the stable yard, and Rand says to Nynaeve, so you are coming with us. I came to see you safely back to Emond's Field. All of you, and I will not leave until that is done. I won't leave you alone with her sort. As they're mounting their horses, Rand tells Egwene, Egwene, I'm sorry. I can't seem to think straight anymore. Egwene squeezes his hand. They're cool now. Much the stable hand is scowling at all of them as they leave, making Rand really uneasy. What's that guy's problem? They ride to the Caemlyn Gate in silence. Lan dismounts and he starts pounding on the door of this little gatehouse. A watchman shows up and Lan tells him they want to leave. And the watchman's like, in the middle of the night? Are you insane? No. But we're rich as hell. He gives the watchman a gold coin, and then the watchman's like, I guess we can make an exception this one time. Arin, Dar, get out here and help me open the gate. Two more watchmen come out, and they start turning the wheel that raises the bar across the gate. And then a voice says, what is this? Are these gates not ordered closed until dawn? Yeah. 5 White Cloaks walk up with their hoods drawn up to hide their faces, and the first watchman is like, this is none of your business, and you don't call the shots here. The governor hates you. And the White Cloak's like, the children of the light hold sway wherever men walk in the light. Only where the shadow reigns are the children denied. yes? What kind of people want to leave town walls in the middle of the night during times like these? Travelers of no interest to you or yours. And the White Cloak says, oh, everyone is of interest to the children of the light. We have no lives. We just bother everyone all the time. Rand recognizes the White Cloak's voice and he's like, I'm not here, don't look at me, don't look at me. Which is stupid as hell because of course the White Cloak looks at Rand and says, what have we here? Someone who does not wish to be seen? He looks at Rand's face and he's like, aha! And the White Cloak throws back his hood and it's Bornhald. Oh, hooray, he's back, just like he said. Bornhald says to the Watchman, these are dark friends you were about to help escape. I ought to give you to the questioners. Instead, I will take these ruffians to our camp that they may be questioned instead of you. Yes? You will take me to your camp, White Cloak? Shadows gather around Moiraine, wreathing her in darkness. Her voice comes from every direction at once. And she's getting taller. You will question me? You will bar my way? Bornhald's like, I Sedai! Die! Moiraine raises her staff to intercept his blade. There's a fountain of sparks. A hissing roar hurls Bornhald back into his White Cloak buddies, and all five go down in a heap. Yes, I live. Bornhald's sword is bent in two, and smoke is rising from it. You dare attack me? Seriously? The gate has opened just enough for the horses to get through, and Lan shouts, go, now! Mandarb leaps through the narrow opening in the gate. Rand is frozen in place, staring at Moiraine. Moiraine has had a complete Pokemon evolution. She is now More-raine. She's grown so tall, her head and shoulders are above the wall. And then More-raine looks at Rand. Her eyes are as big as full moons, and she is totally annoyed he's still there. Rand boots Cloud in the ribs and gallops off after the others. 50 paces from the wall, Lan halts them, and Rand looks back. More-raine is towering high over the wall, and as Rand watches in shock, she steps over it. As soon as Moraine's feet touch the ground outside, she becomes normal-sized Moiraine again. Moiraine hurries over to them, and Egwene says, you were taller than a giant. Was I? Yeah, I saw you. The mind plays tricks in the night. The eye sees what is not there. This is no time for games. No time for games indeed. The shadows spawn know which way we must go, but with luck, we will stay a step ahead of them. Lan leads them eastward on the Camelin Road. Before they've been riding for even an hour, Matt points back and shouts, look there! They all look back and see that a building in Bayerlon is burning. I warned him, but he would not take it seriously. Are you sure that's the Stag and Lion? How do you know? You mean besides the fact that it's f***ing obvious? What else would it be, your grandmother's haystack? Honestly. Lan says, perhaps the light shines on us a little this night. And Egwene is shook. She says, how can you say that? Poor Master Fitch's inn is burning. People may be hurt. If they attacked the inn, perhaps my display went unnoticed. Anyway, let's get going. You say that so easily, Moiraine. For all your talk about walking in the light, you're willing to go on without sparing a thought for the innkeeper. His trouble is because of you. No, it's because of those three. All of this is because of those three. Be at ease, Lan. Be at ease, wisdom. You think I can help the people at the inn? You're right. I can. Of course, my help might draw the attention of the Children of the Light. They would not thank me for that. And if I go, that leaves only Lan to protect the rest of you. So if you were to run into a Murdral with a fist of Trollocs, you'd be totally f***ed. And if we all go back, the White Cloaks will be all over us. So which alternative would you choose, Wisdom? If you were I would do something. Well, that would be an epic mistake. I will send gold to rebuild the Stag and Lion and help anyone who was hurt. Any more help than that will endanger them. It is far from simple, you see. After riding a while longer, they dismount to rest. Everyone gets into their blankets, and there's silence. And then Matt says, I wonder what Dov did with that badger. Oh my god, no one cares, Matt. I thought we were safe. Not a sign of anything since the Tauren, and there we were in a city with walls around us. Are we ever going to be safe again? Not until we get to Tar Valon. Will we be safe then? All three of them look at Moiraine. She should have done something. They have an uncomfortable hour of sleep, and then just before dawn, Lan prods them all awake. They keep riding east with Lan in the lead. Lan's eyes are constantly searching, like he expects an ambush at any moment. And that's the end of the chapter, yes! I'd like to take a moment to thank our new Patreon members. Our new Wilders, Mike, Carrie, Cindy. If anyone gives you attitude about being a Wilder, find the nearest White Cloak and accuse that person of being a dark friend. Our new Novices and Soldiers, Hills, Betty, Moss. Novices and Soldiers of the Littlest Tower are never sent to the Mistress of Novices. Except for Tivana and Winona. I send those two more times a day than I can count. Our new Accepted and Dedicated, Kat, George, Jared. I'll see you at the brunch of time. Our new Aes Sedai and Ashaman, Kirill. Congrats on passing your testing. You crushed it. I know, Aes Sedai aren't supposed to talk about that. You know what? Sue me. And our new member of the Purple Aja, DK Moon. Yes. If any Aes Sedai or Ashaman ever tries to boss you around, be like, bitch, I am Purple Aja. Who are you? Huge thank you to all of our Patreon members. You help keep Wheel Talk going. The light illumine you. This ends the spoiler-free part of Wheel Talk. The next part of the video is the 13th Depository. I'm going to dive deep on the Wheel of Time, and there might be spoilers. So if you haven't finished all the Wheel of Time books, I recommend not watching this part. Don't spoil the books for yourself. These are good books. Why would you do that? Also, if you haven't finished the books, this will probably sound crazy. I pronounce this meeting sealed to the flame. Let's talk about everyone's favorite giant, Moiraine. On a reread, we know that when Moiraine becomes gigantic, she's actually weaving the Mirror of Mists, or the Mask of Mirrors as it was called in the Age of Legends. The whole thing is an illusion. I used to find it hilarious that Moiraine includes the detail of stepping over the wall. Once she's through the gate, it seems like it would be easier to just release the weave and let the illusion disappear. But she makes the White Cloaks think she's stepping over the wall to mess with their heads. I live. The flame got all tall, what the hell? I don't trust myself with that. Alright, I'm gonna try not to set anything on fire. On this reread, I realized that the Mirror of Mists is probably anchored to Moiraine. She probably can't just block the gate with it till she's through because it moves with her. Seriously, this candle is scary. So maybe stepping over the wall is more about logistics than it is about making a dramatic exit. But Moiraine does know how to make a dramatic exit. I want to talk about this Murdral who lets Rand live. The Murdral says, "You are his. I could kill you right here, right now, but I'm not going to. Bye." I don't love this. For a huge part of the series, the Dark One is giving orders not to kill Rand. I like smart villains. I am more afraid of a villain and engaged by a villain when they have a good plan that I should be worried about. But the Dark One's plan to turn Rand to the Shadow instead of kill him, it's not smart. It's not a good strategy. All the Dark One has to do to guarantee a win is kill Rand. But at the beginning of Lord of Chaos, the Dark One says to Demandred,
"Let the Lord of Chaos rule. Also, don't kill Althor. Just try to make his life miserable instead. I'm going to make him serve me."
I mean, that's a plan. Or you could just kill him. This will all be over the second you kill him. I'm not a fan of these moments when the Dark One orders his minions not to kill Rand. It just makes the Dark One seem stupid. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. If you can, like the video and subscribe, that would be lovely. It helps the channel. If you'd like to help the show continue and improve, the best way is by supporting the show on Patreon. There's a link in the notes. All levels of contribution are greatly appreciated. We love our Patreon members. And until next week, walk in the light and keep it wheel. just one, okay. Just one good one from the front, if you can. Well,